Banter Podcast. Banter Podcast. Banter Podcast. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Brews and Banter Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got, juice or whatever. He's like, y'all need twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
To everybody is,
Does Delaware have an actual culture?
this is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair. All right. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast, where the topic is the rockin' and the brew. Whatever, sure. I'm your host, Rob G. With me, as always, the Legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fellas?
What up? What you laughing at, man?
What's going on, everybody?
Nothing. I'm just happy to be here. Happy to congregate with my brethren.
Okay.
All right. All right.
No?
That sound all right.
Happy to be here with you as
Right.
well.
Episode 205.
As your brethren.
Episode 205 of Bruising Banter Podcast. We got some a wonderful guests with us this afternoon, this evening, this morning, whenever you're listening and watching. And it's be a good show. This is our second, I guess, a week back after we went down to Nashville to check out the craft beer conference. So we are back from there. We'll maybe later in the week we'll give our thoughts on it about what happened. I mean, because there's a lot of I guess controversy or unsettled feelings that are surrounding the one. I think it's one. It's being in that it was in Tennessee, as well as some of the things that were not spoke about, I guess, during the conference that made some people definitely feel unsafe or unappreciated or unwanted there as well. So it's
Right.
it's an interesting thing. I see how I'm not sure how the Brewers Association will address it, but we'll find out because they just have other things coming up shortly as well. But that's not what we're here for. We are here to some great guests here on episode 205. So we're not going to hesitate, and I'm going to bring them right. And we have Fame and Rachele from Destination Elevate.
Welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
What
you.
an applause.
Yeah, thanks.
That was a real crowd too.
Trying real hard.
Yeah, they right behind us. Each
Each of us got 10 people around us, and we just tell them all clap at the same time. And that's what happens.
When we do this, they just start clapping.
Yeah. That's it. Once again, we want to thank you for coming on the podcast. This is a great time. I'm glad that y'all
Whatever gets the job done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Agreed to come on the podcast this episode. Before we get into everything, we always like to know what anybody is drinking on or everybody drinking on. So what are we drinking today? We always start with our guests. So if you are drinking on something, you can tell us. Rachele, are you drinking on something?
I got me a Stella today.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got today.
Boo.
All right. Stella or
Absolutely.
Twan? Just
Yeah.
the regular one.
We could
Yeah, just the regular one today.
say no. Like I said.
Oh, she breaking up.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
you was good behind the scenes, Fame. Now, I don't know.
Now she is
breaking up. Oh, We got.
They said left on a nice smile. She's smiling.
Right. That's
right.
She froze up on a good profile picture for herself.
I don't think she's frozen. I think it's just choppy. It's like she's not frozen.
Okay.
Nah, she was frozen. You know,
am I back?
Yeah,
can you guys hear me now?
I think it's just delayed. We can see you. I think it's just delayed now. I think. All right.
I muted myself. Huh.
Well,
how's that now?
You sound good.
That's better.
Quality audio, unquality video.
Yeah, you guys know. Listen, I'm always on the road. I'm always moving, so I have to find a new spot each time I hop onto something like this. So yeah, can you guys hear me okay though?
Yeah. Oh, we can hear you great.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, great. Well, last night I could tell you what I was sipping on.
Okay.
No, we were actually hitting the Heinekens last night at an open bar situation. I'm not drinking on anything today though. I couldn't possibly. I'm a little bit too hungover for that.
Oh man, it was one of them nights.
Heinekens got you hungover. Sheesh. She didn't say open bar though. Right.
Yeah.
You should be
It was open bar.
She was triple
$20 all you could drink.
Yo, you know when people get to an open bar, it's like everybody's alcoholic at that point.
Yeah, you ain't doing it right if you don't got a hangover the next day.
No, but it was cool. It was definitely cool. I came in to visit my sister for her graduation last night. And we turned up a little bit more than usual to celebrate. So
congratulations, sister.
Shout out to my sister Jasmine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, it didn't work that far. There
we go. They didn't see us.
They forgot. They forgot. They being lazy.
I was like, we only do it once.
No, I told them take a lunch break. They've been clapping all day.
All right, Lou, what you drinking on?
Man, I don't even know, yo. This is from Magic Hat Brewing Company. It's called Not Quite Pale Ale. It's a ale with natural flavors. Their Magic Hat Brewing Company is out of South Burlington, Vermont, and Rochester, New York. This is what the bottle looks like. This is what it's very, very caramelly in color. It tastes I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm feeling about it, but it's called Number 9. Is a sort of dry, crisp, refreshing ale whose mysterious and unusual palate will swirl around your tongue with subtle notes of fruit and floral hop bitterness. Let's say that it has those in it. It's 5.1 alcohol by volume. I like it though. I don't know. I'll pass me another. I'm gonna drink this. Not today, but I'll drink it.
All right, you'll pass you another.
Not today.
All right.
It smells boozy. It's got a lot going on.
Wait, what's the ABV on it?
5.1.
Oh, well, it ain't boozy. Well,
It smells boozy. It smells smells like it's almost barrel aged, but it definitely is not.
Okay, I can dig it. So what I got is from Fox Farm Brewery. This is a pale lager. It's called A Noble Fire. Lou, I do believe this is yours. What? I apologize if it is. I don't know for a fact, and you don't know either. So that makes it even better.
I know all the beers that I let you carry for me, but it's okay.
I don't think
it's
you know,
right, man. It's okay, man.
So is this yours?
No, that's not mine.
Oh, okay. Well, see,
yeah,
okay. But this says it's smoked import style Hells, or is it Hell? Yeah,
Hellas?
It is Hells. It is Hells, right? Hellas.
Hellas.
Okay. And this is a 5.3. Now, what I can say is that it is golden in color. Look at that. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, let me turn my cup around. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's better.
I like that logo. That logo is the best thing in the glass.
Yeah.
You know,
but
who
let me
made
tell you
that
about this
logo?
beer though. This joint is smoky. Like it's more smoky than I thought it was gonna be. Cause I had to smoke Hells when we was at the Hellas at the CBC. It wasn't this smoky. This joint tastes like smoke, but it's not bad. It's just a little bit too much smoke for me, so I wouldn't drink another one. But it's not a bad tasting beer.
All right.
I just wouldn't.
Where it come from again?
From Fox Farm Brewery.
Oh, Fox Farm.
Where they at?
Where they at? In Duluth, Georgia. Wait, but now I'm looking at it, or is it from Good Word Brewing? I don't know what the.
Well, Good Word. There might be a collab because Good Word is in Georgia.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So maybe it's a Good Word and a collab with Fox Farm, but which is weird because now I'm looking at it. Good Word Brewery is right here.
Yeah, so
Fox Farm is right here.
I mean, it's a Good Word collab with Fox Farm, probably.
Yeah, Fox Farm is like way bigger. I would assume
that's like who headlining and who opening up.
Oh, because right in the middle of the can, I'm gonna say it's Good Word's beer.
Yeah, it is Good Word.
So Good Word headlining.
Yeah. But
other one is on the side.
It's around. It's on both sides.
They're on the south stage.
And it's big.
Man, they just come on at 7:30. That's all. They start at 7:30. The other guys they come on at 9.
If I was a brewery and I had a collab with another brewery, I don't know if I would make theirs stand out more though. Like
it also
maybe that logo is just a big logo.
Yeah, maybe where it was brewed. Maybe if it was brewed there. If it was brewed
depends on the partnership.
Brewery, yeah.
No, it says brewed and packed by Good Word, and they got the smallest.
Well, maybe because Good Word is confident in who they are, they just bring in Good Word.
Well, that's good for them. Good for them. My shit would have been like Yoda's, boom, slapped on there.
I think they did a little beer fest in Georgia as well around this time.
It's called the Little Beer Fest
or something like that. Yeah. So.
What is called the Little Beer Fest?
Or something to that effect, yeah. No, I wouldn't say a Little Beer Fest.
I was about to say that's disrespectful as hell.
No, it's called like the Little Beer Fest. That's something to that effect.
Okay.
I thought the same thing Lou thought. I thought you was calling it a Little Beer Fest. Cool.
No, they be doing a little beer fest over there.
Get a little beer fest? No, that's not what I was saying.
Like I see you with your little podcast.
That's not what I was saying.
Yo, that don't give me no flashbacks, please.
That's not what I was saying.
Okay.
All righty.
Moving on.
All right. You said you would just have one.
Yeah.
All right.
So Rob,
all right. Yes, sir.
What you drinking, Rob?
I'm actually drinking from the homies out of Chicago, Illinois. I'm drinking FunkyTown Gym Shoe Weather. There it is. It is a Belgian style pale ale, 5.2%. FunkyTown Brewing, obviously the homies there. Shout out to them. This label is done by Rail Dot. That's the label for there. They always have a lot of colorful artwork on their cans.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. And I am drinking it in my
FunkyTown.
I'm sipping it in my National Black Brewers Association glass. Shout out to the National Black Brewers Association kicking off actually in Nashville, starting with the some of their the inaugural meetings and stuff like that. So I hope they continue their much success. Hopefully they can bring more diversity into the craft beer world, which is their mission. So shout out to them. And it's a delicious beer. It said Belgian, so for some reason I was expecting to have a little more banana flavor. I'm not sure why, because when I think Belgians, I think a banana, like Hefeweizens have like a banana, and Triples have like that banana taste, but they do not. But I still enjoy it. The head is nice and there it is, nice and delicious.
Yeah, it was weird. It wasn't any hit on mine at all.
Yeah,
so that was weird.
Really?
Yeah.
What? The head being nice and delicious?
No,
it's just pronounced. The head is pronounced, bro. It's not nice.
You could have just said that. Not nice and delicious.
Oh, why?
That's weird.
And then he said, I just tipped it.
Grow up, gentlemen.
Oh, now we need to grow up.
Oh, now we need immature ones.
That's right. All right. Well, I'm going to pass my because I do want to start this conversation because their background is extensive to entrepreneurs. They have and I guess they came together like Voltron to create Destination Elevated. So without further ado, if you want to introduce yourselves and tell us exactly what Destination Elevated is, the floor is once again. We want to thank them for coming on, and I'm going to give them a round of applause. I don't know who wants to go first.
This time.
Yeah, thank you guys. Rachele, you can go first. I feel like your video and your audio is like a lot better than mine. Go ahead, jump in.
It is.
All right, sure. Well, yeah, I'm Rachele. I'm one half of Destination Elevated. Fame is my lovely second half. We actually just We decided to launch Destination Elevated last year in 2022 when we purchased our RV, our travel trailer. So we're living full time in an RV trailer, and we decided to start hitting the roads because Fame is actually an event curator out in Philly for the LGBTQ community, and we wanted to start expanding our audience and taking these awesome events to other areas as well. So it just didn't feel right settling down in an apartment in Philly, and it just suited our lifestyle to be traveling to different places. So living in an RV just felt right for us. So
yes,
yeah,
and to be fully transparent, you know, we were definitely like working our asses off to make ends meet where we were, you know, and we weren't in the environment that we felt like we were flourishing in. So it's like, why are we killing ourselves to be in this particular environment when we know we want to be on the road? We know we want to be seeing a new place, you know, each and every day. So it just made sense for us to just, you know, just take all of the things that we're doing on the road. So yeah, we got started, like she said, last year. Sometime is when we purchased our RV, but we've been on the road since
Straight
November. Yep, right over to Texas. So we're heading west now, and we hope to be able to connect with other event curators. We're hitting up festivals, things like that. Our whole goal behind Destination Elevated is not just to live this, show people how they can also do it, how they can make it work for themselves. And a big part of being on the road really is being able to feel safe when you're out there, right? Like, that's the number one reason a lot of people don't travel, because they're either unfamiliar with it, or they're not certain of, you know, what safe spaces are out there. We're out in Southwest PA.
Good. I just try to fill a space.
She's still talking too. She's still talking.
Yeah.
And you know, that's about 20 minutes from West Virginia. Oh, did it cut me off? It's not picking, it's not.
Why she get so clear? She gets so clear.
Your sound kind of choppy.
She cut off.
Yeah, you went in and out for a second. So I act like I was intrigued. Oh, okay, all right.
Man.
Try to fill in the
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sound like T-Pain a little bit.
She got that. She still got that. That.
Oh my God!
She got the Nelly internet.
She got that good old Teddy Riley. They got the Teddy Riley internet.
Oh my God!
Dr. Teddy. That's why.
Yeah, that was the main one right there. This shit was trashola.
But she got excuse.
Can you hear me now?
Outside, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me.
Yeah.
Like clear. I just came off the Wi-Fi. Well, I thought I did. It keeps putting me back on the damn.
It's so crazy because when she goes
IG.
Yeah, when she asks a question about her signal, she sound good.
Yeah. Then when she explains stuff, it's like Wi-Fi down.
How am I now?
In and out.
The
same.
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah, because we have to say that she's in and out because
man, there's nothing I can do about this shitty ass internet.
All right. All right.
Well, that came too clear.
Rachele show.
Well, that was the clearest thing we heard.
I know. That's classic.
Same. I hope you can come back. I hope you can make it back.
She's still here, but she's
there she go.
Okay.
How is that?
We hear you. You could try again.
Yeah, I don't. Listen. There ain't nothing I could do about this internet right now. I'm visiting my sister.
I'm visiting my sister. She got dial up.
She stayed with the AOL.
I couldn't come through.
Yep, that's definitely Netscape.
Rachele, you're gonna have to take over. I don't know what to tell
Netscape. Wow.
We talking about the destinations we visit.
Yeah. So basically, like she was saying, is, you know, the main thing with people traveling, especially people of color. I'm Latina by descent, half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. A lot of times we just stay in our safe zone. You know, we don't go out exploring new places. We stay in our hometowns and, you know, born and raised, and that's all we know. So our goal was to inspire other people, you know, continue giving them safe tips and tricks on, you know, how to keep yourself safe when you're on the road, when you're traveling to new places that you don't know, and at the same time discover these places, highlight them, so that way people can actually have a destination that they know and are confident that, like, hey, I can go to this place and feel safe. So that's our main thing right now. We started off in Jersey. We stopped at every state on our way down to South Florida. So we were in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. So right now we're in South Florida. But like she briefly mentioned, we're going to be heading out west in June. Our first stop is going to be in Texas. So that's going to be major because my parents already lectured me. They're like, there's still a lot of bigotry out there. You know, they're like really worried, especially us being two women out there on our own traveling and whatnot. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we feel confident that we've made good connections out there, and they've given us good, you know, tips and what areas to stay away from and what areas, you know, we can definitely go and check out and visit and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be sharing with our audience, the different tips and destinations that people from these places can offer us, and then we can pass it along to our audience.
Okay.
That's
I have a question about the RV.
Yeah.
So you both ladies are in the RV. Like, I know you're famous traveling with her sister, visiting her sister, but you're like currently in the RV in Florida somewhere?
Yeah, so right now we're actually parked up on my friend's lawn. He's got a couple acres out in Loxahatchee, which is around West Palm Beach, Florida. And so we're parked there right now. We've been there for a few months now. So I'm not like really moving the travel trailer or anything like that. She flew out to Philly for some special occasions she had going on out there with her family and stuff. But yeah, when she gets back, we literally have a few days. We got to hook up the truck to the trailer and we'll be hauling it down the road.
Is that normally how it works? You spend a few months at a time in each location, or just because it was Florida, you stayed a little longer?
We stayed a little longer because that's actually where I'm originally from. I got my family out here. We also did want to stay here for a little bit to do some networking and stuff, being that we're really close to like Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Like I said, we want to be able to bring our other events out this way. So that's what we did. We've been meeting different people. We've gone to like the Health and Hemp Festival. Not too long ago, we've gone to the Vegan Block Party, and through all these events, we've met with other event organizers and people like that. So just pretty much just checking things off of our goal list right now. But yeah, depending on what events are going on in a city, I guess that's how long we're going to be staying in those particular areas. We're going to be going to Urban Camp Weekend in Kilgore, Texas, which is actually the largest camping event in the world. We're going to be able to do a RV demonstration. Say that again.
I saw maybe somebody either posted about it, or it may have been an ad or something that I saw.
And they posted about it.
No, it wasn't them though. It was a while ago actually. But it seems like it's huge. I'm like, damn, it's like.
Oh, Urban Camp Weekend?
Yeah, that seems like
they got thousands of people that go out there.
So
I'm still not camping.
Urban Camp Weekend, is that like code for Black people and Latino people?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know when they put urban on it, that's what that means.
Yeah.
Right?
I was trying to read between the lines and let everybody know that I was doing that.
Yeah.
So we're pretty excited about that.
I'm curious. What I know you were saying that you wanted a certain lifestyle, so that's why y'all chose to get the RV and stuff. But what came first? Did you want to say, you know what, we want to see the world, so let's buy an RV? Like, because normally when you see people buy an RV, they're like retired.
Exactly. No, personally for me, like I'm like a hippie by nature.
Oh,
So
okay.
since I was young, I always thought that I would buy myself like an old Volkswagen van one day and like live in it, traveling throughout the United States and stuff like that. But once I met Fame, it kind of that vision kind of expanded because she actually has 2 sons of her own. So we had to put that into consideration too. So our RV is a decent size. We've got our bedroom, and then on the other side of the trailer, there's 2 full-size bunks.
Wow.
So that way, you know, they have somewhere to stay as well.
And it's still not as big as it gets. The RVs get huge.
Yeah.
So ours is
You got a 2-bedroom RV?
Ours is small compared to.
What?
Yeah, it's somewhere like a corner. It's like a bunk bed situation, and they kind of like have their privacy, in that particular area. But yeah, it's good for short visits. My sons, they love all of the amenities of living in the city. They're really not with the shits, but they come out for me. They definitely come out for me.
Yeah.
We love you, Mom, but this ain't it. Right.
Yeah, and even with my sons, they've always lived in the city. They even have that mentality that these outdoor spaces are not for us. They're not for people of color. And I'm like, no, baby, like they definitely are. We've kind of been removed from that. And especially people who live up north, we're kind of like, forced into these highly populated city areas, and there's no trees around. There's no plants around, nothing to make you feel connected with nature. And, for us, it was just like, we actually felt sick being there. It's like, we really didn't feel ourselves flourishing spiritually, mentally, constantly being in that space. Now, I love Philadelphia. Shout out to Philly. That's my birthplace. But one can only take so much of that. We've done our work in the community. We continue to do our work in the community there. We always come back up for events that we plan. But at the end of the day, like we really needed something where we can kind of step away from the hustle and bustle of the city life, just dealing with random shit every day, no parking, just the little things that kind of take away your peace wherever you live.
Yeah, you pretty much said, shout out to Philly. It sucks. Hello.
Okay. No, it is a lot of work.
If you want to see outside, if you want to see nature in its greatest aspects, you can't really see it in Philly unless you're in Fairmount Park. You know what I mean? So
Fairmount. Fairmount Park.
What else? Is there another nature center in Philadelphia?
There's some hidden gems.
There are some hidden gems. There really are, but you do have to kind of go to the outskirts a little bit sometimes. But you'll find some little pockets
inside the actual city of Philadelphia.
Inside the actual city of Philadelphia.
Awesome.
Yeah. And we like to keep those places secret, right?
I'm about to ask about
I'm not gonna tell y'all where it's at.
You talk about when they be having when they had a flower show and stuff. When they be having the flower show at the convention center,
come back to Philly.
Come on, man.
I do not want the whole city of Philadelphia showing up ready to have a cookout in my place.
The secret spot. The next week picnic gonna be right there.
We're going to Fame's secret spot. What did you two individually like love RVing and nature and camping on, or did you guys come together and realize that was something that you guys wanted to be interested in?
So we were always interested in downsizing what we were doing, having less of an environmental impact on the world. And actually, our first step that we were going to take was to build a tiny house. So we started doing a lot of research, even the whole shipping container fad that happened, turning shipping containers into homes. But once we did a lot of research, we realized there was a lot of drawbacks, even to the whole shipping container idea. They cost a lot of money. People don't realize, even if you get them used, you don't know what that shipping container was actually holding or transporting. So a lot of the chemicals and things like that end up going into these repurposed materials and affecting your health. So once we went through all of the different information about, whether or not we wanted to build a tiny home, whether it was something that would work out for us, we were like, you know what, let's start small. Let's just do an RV because it's simple. And let's see if we can actually do this on the road life. So that's why we decided it would be easier to just go purchase a new RV. It ended up being a headache, but with anything, just like with anything else, there's good and bad. We do love traveling in our RV, but there are some things that we learn, and even through our docuseries, we hope we could let other people know like where we failed at, where we could have done better with our research and with different things. So we really wanted to make this an educational opportunity because everyone's trying to get an RV now. Everyone's trying to live on the road, van life and all of that. And it's like, that's cool and everything, but you really have to be mentally prepared for this.
I bet.
No, where's your stop in Delaware?
In Delaware?
Yes.
Yeah, it should have been like the first day.
Right. We pretty much just drove through Delaware.
Oh, of course. We did.
Of course.
We did.
Rachele, yeah, like why would you even? Do you know who y'all talking? Man, listen,
we're done. We're done.
No.
At the first place
stopped at the beach.
Yeah.
Well, well, how we actually operate is, of course, we find spaces on our own, but we also do a lot of outreach. So we like invitations to spaces, right? Before we just show up there. That kind of helps us map out where we're going. And one of the first invitations we actually got was down in Georgia. So we were on a timeline and we had to get there. So we stopped in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. We are going to hit all 50
she had
states.
Family out there. She has family in North Carolina, South Carolina. So we had places to stay when we were in those states. And then Georgia, we had a place to stay because someone offered us to stay out there. But yeah, we need somewhere. We can't just pull up anywhere with our trailer and then park it there. So we actually
costs money.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. You guys have to stay at the RV places if you don't have some land to park the trailer, right?
Yes and no. So there are like public areas, if you will, that you're allowed to pull up and park for so many days. Even like national parks and stuff like that. Some of them they'll let you stay on their land for so many days.
A lot of Walmart parking lots.
Yeah, but that's our thing. Our thing was trying to
Walmart parking lots still allow RV.
Delaware got a bunch of Walmarts, and that's funny.
Oh yeah, how about that? How about that? Places to stay.
Very interesting.
Yeah. places to stay for free on the road. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. When you're passing right through Delaware instead of driving right through, you could like spend the night.
No, what's funny is we got in our RV late. The day we were supposed to take off, we ended up leaving late, installing our equipment late. We weren't sure if it was really going to work properly, but Rachele was determined. She's like, no, we're leaving. The sun was going down and she was like, we're going to drive this thing for an hour and we're going to stop there. So that's what we did. We drove straight to a Walmart and stopped just to say that we started our trip.
They're making it even worse, yo. They drove for an hour. That's
they
drove right
for that.
As soon as we get to Elkton, stop there.
That was our first time hauling. That was our first time.
Yeah, that was our first time.
And hauling it anywhere. So we had no experience doing this. But
so you guys have the RV hooked up to the trailer. Or the trailer is hooked up to the actual RV?
To a truck. So the trailer is the RV, technically. It's the recreational vehicle. So it's a travel trailer and we haul it with a pickup truck.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So we had a lot to learn in
That's big as hell. So you're pulling your house. That's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Yeah, it's 28 feet. 28 feet. Probably around 6,000 pounds, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
Who's doing majority of this driving?
Who's driving?
Who's driving?
You gotta get CDL. You gotta get special license for this.
No, you don't. Just a regular license.
Yeah. In your experience, do you think that you should get a special license for this?
No, we need licenses for everything. Don't give us another license to have to pay for. Okay, we didn't hurt nobody. No one ended up dead. No one ended up dead. We got to our destination. We did hit a gas pump one time on the way down.
Whoa,
but
that's dangerous.
I did swipe a pump. Not gonna lie, I did swipe a pump.
Oh, she said win. You blamed it on yourself. She said win.
I did.
It was
I don't like to place blame.
I'll take it.
Me. Maybe I wasn't looking. I wasn't being the watch out.
Nah, it was late as hell. It was late at night. I was frustrated because we hadn't reached our destination yet. I was just done. I was done that night. But it's all part of the learning experience.
For sure. Yeah.
So-
Right. And all this is being documented, correct? All this
Right.
is being documented.
Yes, it is.
Because it's like
Unfortunately,
a documentary.
we got stuck in a ditch at a farm we were
man.
staying at.
Mm.
So we had to dig our way out of there just to pull the trailer out. Like, it was crazy. We got that too. But
Or that in
Big
Maryland?
content.
Or was that in Maryland?
That was probably south of Delaware.
that was down
Right.
south.
That was,
Yeah.
yeah, that was in
Outside of
Florida.
Delaware? Oh, okay.
We were
That
in
was when we
Florida
hit
already.
Florida.
Yeah.
Alright. So
We hit up-
oh no, you hit you can go.
I'll say we hit up a campground, or not a campground, a farm down there.
Yeah.
There's like Airbnbs, but for RVs.
Oh.
And you get to pull up at various spots. One of the first spots we actually ended up pulling up at, dude was like a whole pilot, and he had his own like plane, and he's like, "Oh yeah, hop in the plane with me." As soon as we pulled up there, and we're like, "Okay, this is awesome." So we got to do some pretty cool shit, like just traveling down and stopping at different places.
Yo, listen, that is cool if you in the hopping in planes with strangers.
Strangers.
Listen,
that's cool.
I guess so.
If that's what you into, then yeah, that is cool. But
Can you get kidnapped
That is
on a plane? No,
absolutely
don't we got a
what
radio?
hell
Everything.
yeah, you get kidnapped and take it to a whole
here's the
other
thing.
country.
We got a little bit more comfortable because there was other people there too that decided they
I
were.
feel like
they were
everybody
going
know where
to-
you're at. Like,
unless they was all in cahoots and they all
Right.
Listen,
That too.
I'm not gonna lie. He was definitely giving me like predatory vibes at first, only because I'm like, why are all these young women around you? Like, what are they doing here at your place?
Yeah.
You said you're making this too easy.
Right.
This is too easy.
Turns out he was a politician. He's trying to get our vote.
Listen, we were praying. We were praying the whole time.
People,
though.
people like, come get in my Maserati, come check out my Range Rover. He said, come get in my plane. Like,
Right.
who passes that up?
It's
Nobody.
true.
I would have said
We
yes.
couldn't.
So what
Exactly.
did y'all take
Younger
off?
one.
Did you take off and fly?
Yeah, we
Oh,
flew
yeah.
over Delray Beach. It was
Okay.
beautiful. It was
Mhm.
an awesome experience, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, I'm glad you guys survived it.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here to talk to us
Here to talk about it.
Yeah,
Tell
we're
us
here to
about
talk about it. So
it. So,
everything went well. We have
So-
a pet chicken now because of our travels. One of the farms we stopped at, she had a bunch of chickens, fresh eggs, and we decided to get a chicken so we didn't have to pay for eggs anymore.
Does
So
it,
what
is
do
the
y'all
chicken
do with the
laying?
chicken while you
It's laying.
traveling?
Nice. How
In a
many?
couch.
How many
in
eggs
just have
does a
one.
chicken lay in a day?
one a day. One
One
a
a
day.
day. There are certain
One a
breeds
day?
that'll lay two, but ours is a one layer.
I feel like that's a lot of eggs. I feel like that's a lot of eggs. Is that a lot of eggs?
so do y'all fight who get the eggs today?
No, we
Nah,
let
they
it
gotta
build
eat,
up.
they eat eggs every 3 days. We gonna eat every
Right.
Oh, you let it build
Exactly.
up.
You gotta
Exactly.
build up my cachet. I got this cachet of eggs over here.
I think mine is better. I think you should fight
Fight
for
for
the
the
eggs. I got it. So you let them build up. Because, I mean, I don't eat eggs every day either. So, I mean,
Yeah.
It helps keep you regulated too, because we actually love eggs. We love brunch. That's like our favorite meal. We eat brunch any time of day, so it kind of helps us limit how many eggs we're eating. So it's cool.
Yeah.
It all works out.
Wait, so
We'll have
when y'all
brunch on
travel,
next Sunday, so we need
where's
to
this
hold off
chicken at when y'all
In the
on the
coop.
road? Like,
it's in the
And-
trailer, right?
in the trailer.
in our back seat. In our back seat, it would be unsafe to just keep her in the trailer.
We got like a
Wow.
small coop for her. It's like it was our cat's cage originally, but we gave it to Lizzo. That's her name.
Yeah, Lizzo.
Where's the cat?
He hangs
cat?
out. He sits in the back seat. He chills.
Oh, okay.
Just
I'm
chills.
so a whole lot of animals going on.
Just to,
I'm like,
just
no,
to-
what the hell's going on here? To be honest,
we have another chicken on the way too, because as you guys pointed out, one egg is really not enough. I want to be able to have the option to make two sometimes.
True story. True story.
So they do be fighting for the eggs.
We got another chicken on the way.
Yeah, for sure. But
That's
Lizzo's our
hilarious.
family. She goes to festivals with us. We literally take her out to events.
Yep.
Everyone loves her.
Mhm.
We've opened up and changed some people's minds about like what types of pets you could potentially have. So
Are
it's been
chickens
fun.
are chickens intelligent? Like, are chickens
Oh,
doing
yeah.
More
things for you?
intelligent than people think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is very
Absolutely.
intelligent.
How old do chickens get before they can start laying these eggs?
Curious about these.
I never
One.
met a chicken person before. Now I'm intrigued. I know chicken people. I never met a chicken person. I know
chicken people.
By a year, they should be laying.
By a year? How old are chickens when we start eating them?
Probably a year.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's either start laying or frying pan.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Damn. That's okay.
And they got short life expectancies. They only live 5 years.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
And we taking them at a year?
Yeah.
Damn. Old ass chicken legs, I guess. How long do they lay after they start for that year? How long does she have in her laying?
They start to dwindle. They start to dwindle down towards their last year of life. So, they seldom lay their first year, and then towards the last year, they start laying less as well. So you'll notice the difference.
That last year come up, chicken out the window.
That's when you get old legs. That's when you get them old legs.
Yeah.
Unless you really love lizards.
I got a question though. Like when y'all are traveling to these different places, do y'all already have things set to do? Are you going for a purpose, or is just y'all want to travel to these places and then
it's always a purpose.
Everything we're doing is with purpose.
Yeah, because again, it costs to pull that thing 10 feet, so we really like to map out where we're going and how we can maximize the potential of where we're going. So we're going to urban camp weekend, we're hitting up different breweries, distilleries, wineries, different campgrounds, farms, things like that are in the area or along our path.
Food trucks.
Restaurants, all of that.
So can you map out like Texas for us? Like, are y'all going to pretty much do the whole state of Texas, or will y'all be in just certain?
Well, right now, what it looks like we're going to be doing is Kilgore, where Urban Camp Weekend is right on the border when we enter Texas from Alabama.
Okay.
Or is it Louisiana? I think it's Louisiana that's next to
Louisiana.
So it's right on the border of Texas and Louisiana. From there, we're going to drive out to Dallas. So we're trying to hit up different businesses in Dallas. And Austin's another spot that has been highly recommended. So we're trying to get in touch with some businesses out there, so that way we have a purpose to go out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Now, do y'all haul the trailer everywhere, or like if y'all going out to just certain spots, do you just latch it for a little bit and be like,
okay.
That just seems,
I'm figuring like while y'all been in Florida, y'all just been around in that truck.
Oh,
exactly. Yeah, we leave the trailer parked, we unhook the truck. And then we just use the truck. We don't got to take the RV everywhere with us.
All right, because I was like, the gas is high.
Yeah.
It'd be one time when they drive in just the truck and they tired. I'm like, dang, I wish we would have took the trailer today.
Right. Exactly.
So do you also? I mean, I know you were saying you wanted to do more curation of events and stuff like that as you travel. Is that happening as well? Like, are you curating a lot of the different events as you go to these different places?
Oh yeah, we actually started kind of like a subsidy of our main production company, the Grass is Greener Events, where we focus on like cannabis travel and cannabis events. So that's another big project that we're working on, hitting up different festivals and things like that. We're having our first event under the Grass is Greener Productions in Philadelphia. It's called Exhale 2023. We intend for it to be an annual event, and then we intend to take it to different cities as well, to be able to connect with different scenes, see what's happening with the legislation, really to be able to curate information to take it to other event organizers. Our whole thing is, teaching each one teach one. So everything that we do, we like to show people kind of like our blueprint of how we're getting it done, what works, what doesn't work. I do marketing as well for a lot of different cannabis businesses. So we're constantly gathering information to be able to share it with other people, because and we specifically focus on cannabis, not only because we are consumers ourselves, but because of the whole social commitment to, again, destigmatizing cannabis use in the Black community, and being able to affect change, in the different states with different legislative things that are happening or not happening.
Right. When's your event in Philly?
Our event's June 4th, actually. It's Philly Pride weekend. As she mentioned earlier, our primary focus is, LGBTQ events. There's a lot of things that happen within our community. And, we like to think that the community is accepting of everyone, but there's racism that occurs in our own community. So we're all about creating safe spaces for people of color in the LGBTQ community.
Awesome.
That's dope.
Now, Rachele, you were the cannabis was it instruction? Was it instructionist?
Yeah, so I actually do workshops.
Educational, right? Okay.
Yeah. I started growing back in 2016. So a couple years ago, I decided I wanted to start teaching other people how to grow, as I noticed a lot of states were starting to legalize home cultivation. And I was like, there's got to be a ton of people who, are probably on the fence about growing. So I kind of wanted to open people's minds up to doing it on their own. So I created an entire step-by-step grow manual for people. So
where's that at?
Workshop. It's actually online. I wanted it to be accessible to everybody. So I do it online. That way anyone from anywhere can join the workshop, and they can continue to have assistance through the grow manual and access to me as well whenever they start their grow or whatnot. But
I guess if you grow cannabis, I guess you can also grow hops, I guess, because they're kind of cousins, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
All right, I gotta check that out. I'm trying to figure out how to get this.
I feel like if you can grow cannabis, you can grow anything, honestly.
Hey, there we go.
Are you saying that because it's hard?
Nope. Say that again.
Are you saying that because it's hard? Like you said, you can grow cannabis, you can grow anything. Is it hard to grow cannabis?
It's not that it's hard, but it does take a lot of attention and maintenance.
Okay.
So I wouldn't.
And it teaches you a lot.
Yeah, it teaches you a lot about plants in general, because they have all plants have, a lot of things that are in common. Yeah. So that's why I say if you can grow cannabis, you can grow anything.
Okay. And I wasn't into growing anything until I met Rachele and she taught me how to grow. Then I was like, I can definitely get into this, and I can definitely apply this knowledge to just all plant life. Growing cannabis was my first love in the plant realm. I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
maybe I'll love plants more if I start there.
Exactly.
I think you would.
Hey, listen.
They're like Willie Nelson out here. They on the road smoking weed. Willie Nelson.
Black and Latino Willie Nelson out here.
I guess.
That's funny, Rob. That
pretty much, yo. That's funny.
So doing these events, and you have the educational on the cannabis thing. Is this how y'all making your money? Because now I'm just thinking y'all are traveling a lot.
Yeah.
Where
I was just assuming that y'all worked on a computer remote every day.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
What you gotta do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no. And full transparency, we had our plan of how things would go once we got on the road, but we are finding ourselves now trying to figure out ways to supplement our income in various ways. Like I said, I do marketing. She does her virtual workshops. She's also a virtual assistant. But we are piecing our lives back together from going from a steady paycheck to just, us getting our own clients in and things like that.
So you guys left y'all's jobs when y'all got on the road?
She did. So she had a place to go to. I've been working, in the marketing industry on my own for the last 5-6 years. So I technically have not gone to a 9-to-5 in quite some time. But still, you get clients, you lose clients, clients don't pay you, so I'm dealing with the ins and outs of truly being an entrepreneur and having to go get my money, which I don't mind, honestly. I really don't mind the hustle. It comes natural for me. It's been cool, but again, this is stuff that you'll see on the docu-series. We have our moments where we're struggling. We're like,
we got to push through the growing pain.
We're pushing through and really trying to figure out how to monetize what we're doing, because while we're going and visiting these places, of course we're doing fundraising and things like that, but our main goal is to get grants to be able to execute this entire plan. Right now, we do charge for coverage and things like that. If a business wants us to come out, we do free business listings, but then of course we have add-ons. Like if you want us to show up at your brewery and you want us to, get some footage and create some content for you, that's something we can do, include it in the docu-series. So we do have our selling points, but we don't want to have to sell to people. We want to be able to just be like, oh, this is an awesome spot. Let's hop in the trailer and map our way out there and go get some coverage because people need to know about this.
Especially since the businesses we focus on are like minority-owned businesses. So these are people who are also still trying to struggling with trying to maintain their businesses and stuff like that. So if we can offer these services for free to help boost their businesses, like that's the vision, and that's why we're, like she said, we're trying to push for grants and things like that to help us do that.
Yeah, and I think that's an important thing to discuss, especially if you guys are pushing like this RV life. People got to know the part about where that money gonna come from.
Can you get the trailer wrapped? Can you get the trailer wrapped?
Oh, you see, is the trailer wrapped?
Can you get it?
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that. We want to get it wrapped. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't want to keep selling the brand that we're riding around in because we really don't bang with them. Like it's just our home though. We want to put a big sticker right over that shit. like she said, the growing pains. Our trailer was built at a time, during COVID, where they were just throwing these things together because there was such high demand, because that was the only thing people could do. We couldn't, go to certain destinations anymore. So a lot of people were buying RVs and just taking their families camping. So
a lot of
high
people
demand.
are selling them now.
Exactly. They're probably reselling them. Right.
Yeah,
right.
That's
They're
what
probably
I'm saying.
trying to get rid of them.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah. Because they weren't built high quality. They weren't built, to be sturdy. They were literally, we joked about it when we first got it. Like, this is our little dollhouse. This, it stayed together. Literally. It stayed together thus far. But again, us learning all of the things that we learned after the fact, that's exactly why we want to be able to educate people. Like, it's not a whole glamour thing where you just go buy an RV and then everything's like peachy keen from then on. Right. No, like we had problems with the RV. We had problems with our warranties and getting those settled. Just so many different things that were frustrating for us, like literally broke us down several times. And we don't want anyone else to have to go through that, because people are pushing this RV life as if it's, easy peasy. And it is not. It is not. And we do want to show the ugly side of it, as well as, the plus.
I'm curious to know, like, when do you know with the documentary, when do you know we got it, we're done? Like, how do you know when it's
question?
When you know you got?
It's never done, right? Because we're still figuring this. We're still figuring this out. But as far as like creating the episodes and all of that, our goal. We already know people don't have a high attention span, so our goal is to create little tidbits, like little episodes, probably 5-10 minute episodes of how to do this or our experience with this, and then hopefully it all blends together beautifully. But our whole thing is showing the progress and, doing the whole, like back on The Real Word when they did the confessionals and things like that. Like, this is how I'm really feeling today about all this shit that just happened.
I would say in traveling to all these different destinations, like ultimately our goal is to find a plot of land that we do want to settle on, and also build a place for other van life and nomads to be able to stay on, have a safe place to stay as well. So through our travels, like ultimately our goal is to be able to find a place, like I like to call it our promised land, somewhere that would feel a place that resonates with us, that makes us feel like, what, I think this is where we want to settle. And that's the ultimate goal.
Okay.
I like that.
Man,
I like the ultimate goal.
When y'all find it, let us know.
Yeah, I want to go to the promised land.
We will. Everyone's invited.
Yeah. Do you have to have an RV though?
No.
So I actually would like to build domes, like geodome homes, and not like a full blown house, but like a place with a small kitchen, a bed, and a place to sit, you know? So it'll be like little small places, but we do want to offer accommodations for people who pull up in their cars and need a place to stay and things like that.
Yeah, because I'm a car driver.
They call it glamping now.
yeah, I've heard of that.
I think that's the only camping I can do.
Yo, I'm sorry. Rob, why are you out on camping?
I don't know. Boy Scouts left a bad taste in my mouth.
Put a bad taste in
All right. I'll leave it at that.
And I'm like, no, this is not it for me.
First time, last time. Wow.
Yo, and then every time you see a slave movie, they running through the woods, like trying to get out, not trying to
get out of the woods. We're trying
right.
See, and that's
most of the time they're in the woods, but they're in the woods. They're in the woods hiding from what they call the city towns. If I want to live in the city towns, like hit me with a water moccasin. Let me kill this water moccasin. I'd rather do that than get these 50 lashes.
Wherever bears and mosquitoes are, I don't need to be. y'all got that? I'm gonna holler at you. That's your home. I think that's first world problems. Bears and mosquitoes. Jesus Christ. I watch a lot of Naked and Afraid. No, sir.
They are naked though. Like camping naked is just silly. Like that's a show. That's not
that
real.
Is silly. That is ridiculous.
No one's really
Is it though? Is it really though?
It is pretty
dumb.
Really
silly?
I can remake this
really silly.
Get naked.
It's absolutely silly.
Yeah, no judgment, but you just got too much exposed. You know that's the problem.
Absolutely.
Man. You in the woods. You gotta.
I mean, maybe they're trying to say if you can survive this naked, you can survive anything. So
that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, most of the people that be on that show be like, I ran an ultra marathon 18 times. I'm ready for this. Like, how got you ready for this? It's only like 6 days. That's what's so crazy. I feel like it's only like six days.
Most of them are like 21.
Yeah,
days.
I know. I don't know. Parachute look.
It's the determination. Honestly, through this whole trip, I've felt a little naked and afraid. Like we've done without a lot of commodities. Even boondocking, we're not connected to an amp. We don't have an AC. We're in Florida. We're on our way to Texas the same way. You know, so it really does test your limits. You know, and even being in a relationship, Rachele and I are actual life partners as well. We're not just business partners. If you guys didn't peep that, but it definitely tests our relationship. Because you're not just mad, but you hot and mad.
Right.
And you can't leave your job and your house. Yeah,
and there was only one egg today.
There was only one egg today. And she ate it. And she ate that fucking egg.
I gave you one egg.
I need another chicken.
Or we dropped the egg. There's been times shit.
Oh no, that's horrible. What's your favorite way to take your eggs?
What?
To take them from the cage?
No.
Scrambled,
How do you
fried,
eat them? How do you eat your eggs? You ain't never been to the diner and they say how you take your eggs?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Y'all don't know how to. Y'all ain't never taught them to cook.
Hard boiled should be the only way.
Over easy.
Yeah, I like over easy for the most part.
For sure.
Well, at least
if it's hard boiled, it don't break. If you break, you still good.
If you break it, now you got dirt on your hard boiled egg.
Yeah, that's all right though.
You can wash that off.
Exactly.
So y'all both like over easy eggs. Y'all can't even split that.
No, you can't. Right. No, you make a point. When we need, there's little eggs to go around. We got to scramble them joints. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Yes. Is Lizzo? I'm on this chicken shit. Is Lizzo a big egg? Is she a large?
Lizzo's
egg?
the cat. Lizzo's the cat, right?
No, Lizzo's the chicken.
Lizzo's the
chicken.
We don't know the name of the cat yet.
What's the cat name?
Because we don't need the name of the cat. The cat don't do nothing.
Lizzo
out here working.
Really
Lizzo is working.
But don't play my baby like that. But you're right.
Are y'all eating anything that the cat is giving you?
Hell no.
All right, Lizzo out here putting in
work. They get the struggle, and that cat gonna get them some meat.
Pop is our therapy. He's our therapy. But we definitely have the conversation. Like, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing for us, for the family? Everybody got to contribute in this tribe.
What are you doing?
That part is like, I didn't actually be here.
And I could do this on my own. I could do all this on my own. Let me go. Let me
My
go.
cat like fucking eating eggs every 5 days.
He's staring at that chicken like, make one false move. I'm eating the chicken. I'm eating
For
it.
real. He does look at her like that sometimes.
Yeah, I know he do. That chicken
Yeah,
is delicious.
yeah.
Everything with canine teeth think chickens are delicious. That's why chickens always look scared.
I do.
What do y'all?
You know. So you're right.
You got canine. If you got canine, you're looking at that chicken like scrumptious.
That is true.
Yeah,
But they need that chicken now, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I said for a couple years from now, Lizzo may be in the pot.
No, absolutely. And when we bring her to the vegan block parties too, they're like, "Oh, how long have you guys been vegan?" We're like, "We're actually not, but don't worry. Like, she's safe. She's safe."
Stay with us. Okay.
They're actually not.
Yeah, no, that vegan stuff is a lifestyle I cannot commit to because I love chicken way too much. I definitely have my moments where I'm petting her and I'm like, "Girl, you this thigh is looking juicy right now."
Yo.
I got a question. I have a question. Do you ever eat chicken in front of her?
No.
We try not to.
She's outside.
Does she know? Does she know what chicken smells like?
I don't know if she knows what it smells like, but we definitely try not to do that. It is a conscious thing that we try not to do.
Yeah, I just thought about that. They be
in the chicken. She be like,
that's like an unwanted evil that you never even thought about. Like, dang, you're there chopping off her cousin's neck and
right.
No.
Damn.
It has made me overthink eating meat though. It has. I go back and forth with myself, having a pet friend. I don't even like to really call her an animal. But having our pet friend, it makes us double think, where we're going forward with this. Like, are we going to continue eating meat? And it has made me eat meat less. I will say that. What about you, babe?
Yeah,
Has it phased you at all?
We have our vegan nights. I mean, I wouldn't say it phased me because of Lizzo per se.
I won't eat the pet. I want the pet chicken.
Yeah, I won't eat her. I have no problem.
All her cousins out.
They will come back to the RV like, where's Lizzo?
I would not eat Lizzo.
She ran away. She saw the destruction y'all was causing to her family, and she just ran away. Like, I'm not giving these juggers no eggs no more.
Yo, but being on the road like that, like, what do y'all do like for y'all mental health? Like, how's that?
You want to answer, Rachele?
I mean, I personally have to take time out in the mornings to meditate and like just breathe before I get my day started. So I try to make it a point every day. She even says like she notices when I don't take time out to meditate. Like my a lot different.
and right to answer the same question.
I sure do.
You answered it for Rachele.
What I do for my mental health is I ask her to go meditate. She can do it for the both of us.
I like that.
It is mental health month. That was a great question, yo. It is mental health month. I want everybody to know that. So great question.
Okay.
Great answer as well, ladies.
Yeah. Now, where the name Destination Elevated come from? Like, is it because you arrived to your destination high? I'm like, so what is the destination elevated?
So many things, right? Go into that.
That's what I thought.
That is one of the correct answers. But no, the whole thing is that, we came to the conclusion that we're always seeking ways and knowledge and experiences to make our own existence and the existence of others better, right? So our destination is to continue elevating ourselves. Like, we don't have any final destination per se. Like, our goal is to become more elevated. So that is where that came from. But yes, we do all things high. We do prefer to do all things. or
your mission, that little 30 seconds was your mission statement. It sounds like
to do all things high.
All things high, higher, yes.
Our destination is elevation. We want to keep going elevating.
But it makes total sense because Fame elevated her destination by moving somewhere with good Wi-Fi because she's been fun.
She definitely ain't outside. That light is artificial. So I definitely know you moved inside where the Wi-Fi is. Yes.
Ever since then, she been sharp.
Yeah,
this is where I originally started, actually. So I'm really pissed off about that because I originally started in here, but I don't know if you guys could hear the chirping of the smoke alarm every once in a while. I was like, oh no.
You got somebody black house, definitely.
I was going to ask who the black person was.
Definitely
I was like, she in the RV in Florida, so she may not be the black person. I was like, what's going on in the house?
No, she definitely the black person house.
You in Philly too?
Tell her to change that battery.
What's funny is
change the battery.
It's my white sister. It's my white sister, but she is black on the inside. She definitely
that don't count. That don't count. That's a point for black people. It's not a black thing. I told her.
Thank you, white girl, for having that.
She was raised by a black man. I'll just put it that way.
He taught her the habits. He taught her the habits.
I'm still not allowing it.
She was like, she probably was like, I'm about to go change this.
And he smacked her hand like,
let that shit chirp.
That's news to my ear.
When it stops chirping. That's how we know it's done.
I tried, y'all. It's one of them new school ones that is attached inside of the whole wall. I couldn't even get it down. I was like, come on now. You best believe I was poking at it.
Oh, man. That's a.
But this is. I'd rather hear the chirp in your voice than what was going on at the beginning of it. Whatever was going on at the beginning was not it.
No, it wasn't. And
it was a bad look for Destination Elevated. It started off bad. It started off really bad for you.
Thank you. And I'm the one that's usually on top of that stuff. You weren't this time.
You can't even say that. You can't say that. Like, why you throw Rachele under the bus?
Usually.
I mean, it's true. She ain't lying.
It's good now.
Yeah, it's wonderful now. Like
inside, we're wrapping up.
Inside works for you, Fane. Inside works
Thank you.
Yeah,
let's move forward with that.
Do y'all plan on? Do y'all plan on having like a like maybe like some kind of destination get together where everybody gets their trailers and y'all all go to one spot, like
a promised land before the promised land?
Not even just a promised land, but just to follow along, maybe like we
want to do some meetups for sure.
Like just to follow along, like
follow along.
Trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things that we want to do. Meetups are a big thing out here, especially in the full-time travel community. We connected with different organizations, and they have a whole network of people who link up, meet up, for whether it's for a day or for the weekend. So the community is large as far as people who travel full-time. So absolutely, we want to do more meetups, especially for people of color. There's a handful of them out there for sure. But again, it always helps to have more, right?
Yeah. Right. It seems like there's no limit to like festivals and things y'all could be at. Like y'all can
That's y'all like there early. I'm like, well, we was already here. Y'all just go around.
Y'all started the festival around us.
And that's why we like to be invited first, because we like to know we have a space for our trailer and all of those things. So the invite definitely helps. Otherwise, we'd be paying for like 5 parking spaces with this thing, and I ain't got time.
So do you have a plan after? I know you said you're about to head to Texas. Is there another destination after Texas, or do you?
Explore New Mexico. Honestly, I think it's an underrated state. I started doing some research on it already, and it's definitely a place I want to go out and explore.
I agree with that. I think New Mexico is beautiful.
Yeah, and we're actually hooking up with like I said, there's lots of organizations out there. There's an org called KIF Life, and it's similar to, like I said, like an Airbnb situation, but for people who travel full time, and not just in RVs, van lifers, all of that. Because as we're finding, there's a lot of discrimination against people who travel in their vans, let alone a person of color. Absolutely, people don't respect the lifestyle. If you're a person of color, that's kind of like a double whammy where you're getting discriminated against because of other factors as well. So KIF Life kind of provides a safe space for people who are traveling on the road to be able to stop comfortably, have a meal, and you pay into it. It's like a membership-based community where you pay into it, and you always have a safe space to go. But that's all on the West Coast for the most part. They don't have many things set up on the East Coast, but that is someone that we are going to be partnering with and have already started the conversation to kind of highlight their different areas that they're set up in.
Okay. Yeah, that's
y'all like a modern day Green Book.
Yeah.
For the travel community.
That's a dope comparison for sure. And again, it's specific.
She gonna yell at somebody.
Oh, she is definitely cussing them
Shut
out.
that up.
You see, I'm on an interview. God damn it!
Yep, look, and then she came back with her eye, rolled her eyes. You see her eyes? You see her eyes?
Take a deep breath before you say anything. Take a deep breath.
Y'all gonna get this mom life today. It's Mother's Day, okay?
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's
Happy
Day.
Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. I'll always love my mama.
She's my favorite.
Oh man, yeah.
But the page that she set up for Destination Elevated is a really awesome resource page. She literally has all the states listed out, and we're gonna be listing different campgrounds, food trucks. What else do you have on there?
We have everything: campgrounds, food trucks, farms, literally anywhere you can stay, anywhere you can stop as a tourist. We're even going to be mapping out like overnight stays, places you can stay safely overnight that might not be listed, because finding that information is really hard and it changes all the time. So we're trying to stay updated, because like she mentioned earlier, we used to think that we could just stay at any Walmart overnight. They used to be very welcoming to the RV community, but when you hit South Florida, not a thing. They will call the police on you. They will have your shit towed, have you fined, all of that stuff. So the information's always changing. And again, we want people to be able to travel safely, and pulling over on a back road and a random spot ain't it,
So when people ask you about Delaware, what are you guys going to tell them? Where are you going to tell them to go?
We haven't
Walmart.
done it yet. No, and here's the thing too, with our destinations that we list, we don't just find them and throw them up on our website. We literally have to interface with the business. We have to have them fill out a questionnaire, because we need to determine that number one, it's safe for people of color. Number two, it's also safe for LGBTQ folks. Because I'm not going to refer somebody somewhere just because it's safe for our people. It also has to be safe for everybody. So we can't.
You don't fit just one demographic thing. You're in multiple.
Exactly.
Right.
And my community doesn't fit one demographic. So everyone should be able to travel safely, no matter who you are. So if we come across a business that's really awesome and we want to list them, we do not just throw them up. They literally have to go through the process. We'll reach out to them. Hey, we want to list you, give you a free listing. Can you fill out this questionnaire? Because we need to determine your position when it comes to, people of color, and then also LGBTQ folk patronizing your establishment. And if you don't answer the questionnaires, then I'm sorry, you don't get listed, which is why it's been a slow process to get people listed, because again, we're not just finding listings and throwing them up there. We need to know you're safe.
So what if somebody answers the questions all safe, or for lack of a better word, just safe, but then somebody gets there and has a different
so she actually has a reporting tool on our website, so that people can report the business and let us know what their experience was.
Okay.
Yes, and it's not hard to find. It's listed right under the business listing. If you find that this business is unsafe, if you have a different experience to report, please submit our report, and we'll get back to you, because we don't want to have anyone listed. Because of course people can answer the questions any way they want to. Yes, I'm a safe space. But what's interesting is we've had people, because we have an option on there, maybe you're not sure if you're a safe space, maybe you want to be. Well, there's a box for them to check. Like, we don't really interact with the LGBTQ community, but we would like to, and we would like to learn how to do that safely. So then we're able to then refer them to other resources to be able to do that. Because that is fair. I love that response, because I'm like, great, an opportunity to teach someone else, how to be open to all communities.
And it's an opportunity for that person or that business who doesn't know how to be inclusive to try to work on being a little bit more inclusive.
Exactly. Absolutely. Because
if you just give a yes or a no, and they're going to they'll lie and say yes because they want the business, but they're looking at themselves like, I'm really a no, but I want to be a yes, but that maybe is a good box to pick. I like that.
Definitely.
Good job, ladies. Good job.
Well, thank you.
I'm curious to know, like, I know the RV life hasn't been for a long period of time, but if you can go back to when you first started, is there some advice you would give yourselves, like, yo, you should have did this first? Like this.
Yeah, it's interesting, because we thought in our minds that we had did all of the possible research that we could have done, but it's piecing all of that information together, and you find conflicting information as well on the internet, right? So it was really one of those things where we had to be in our RV in order to be able to, determine what we could have done differently. And we didn't know until we were actually in it. Piece of information. Definitely, like you have to be mentally prepared for like all of the F-ups that are about to happen. And you have to have a plan going in of how you're going to keep yourself mentally sane. Like that's the biggest piece of advice I could possibly give, you know, what you guys touched on earlier.
I honestly was not prepared to be having issues with our trailer at such an early stage, because we bought a brand new 2022 trailer. We were like, we could have gotten an older, you know, trailer for a lot less, but we were like, no, we don't want to deal with having to fix things up and whatnot. So we're like, let's go with a brand new trailer. That way we can at least have some peace of mind the first year doing this. And that was not the case. So that was kind of a disappointment for.
Was that because they put, you said,
what happened to the trailer?
Together?
Because of the way it was built. There's a lot of things.
The COVID era, they did.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things falling apart inside of the trailer, and it's just very.
So in hindsight, it would have been better to buy like a 2017.
Well, apparently the older ones were built a lot better than the 2020s.
Wow,
anything after 2020, yeah.
2017 is a tank.
Yeah, compared to that 2021. Yes, jeez.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And another thing we did, we paid out the ass to be able to be covered while we were on the road, like roadside service, like up front. We just paid a membership fee, put like, I think it was an extra $3,000 or $4,000 we had to put down. And our roadside service with this company was awful. So we have a lot of personal complaints against the different companies that we've worked with and things to look out for, really. Like I said, it was a nightmare. If things were handled properly on their end when we were having different issues, it would have been all good. But you know, it was like we as soon as we purchased the trailer, as soon as we signed that dotted line, they were like, this is your problem now, you know. And that's really how it ended up turning out. It ended up being our problem.
Do you have any mentors in this RV space?
No.
Or are y'all just really like building the plane on the way down?
Yes, I think RV life and outdoor world need to get sponsorship to cover all these.
That's
costs.
what I'm saying. Like
that way,
like after this grant, go get this sponsorship. Like
that is definitely the goal.
Get the grant and the sponsorship. But what's the Cabela's? Talk to Cabela's.
Somebody.
What's that pasta?
Whoever you talk to, don't talk to
Cabela's is like a sporting goods store. Where you
yeah. There is a Cabela's pasta.
I thought she was talking to somebody in the house.
I thought she was too.
That's why I asked if she was serious.
She said, I thought one of the kids started making pasta.
We need to eat. We need to eat on the road. So yes, we would love some food sponsorships.
That's true.
Yeah, we're definitely looking into that, and yes, we're looking for someone to help rebuild our solar system that we have going on, our solar unit. Again, one of the things that we were sold on was that this trailer was fully ready to be able to power us off the solar panels that were on it. Come to find out, we need to spend an additional $2,000-$3,000 on additional equipment to make it work. So here we are pulling off thinking, our solar panel.
We have a solar panel, we have a battery, but there ain't no converter to convert the energy to the battery.
Oh man.
So we're looking for a solar sponsor. Please, we love the freebies.
Like it's crazy. They're like, you're fully equipped. But then you don't have a converter.
Right. But not really.
Not fully equipped though. Really. Like that's like 1L. Partially. Like, partially equipped. Yeah, I was just thinking like FULY equipped.
Our panels are meaningless that we have on top, and that was a big deal for us because, like I said, we're trying to have less of an environmental impact.
Exactly. Yeah.
So without us having that $3,000 up front to be able to just go and buy all the equipment we need, we have to, for example, run our truck a lot. You know, that's putting pollutants into the air. We have to continuously recharge our battery, and that is definitely annoying as hell. If we want to take a trip, for example, you know, when we came to Philly for a few weeks, we had to let our trailer sit there, and it just ate up the battery because it was sitting there. So just so many different things, again, like that we hope other people are able to learn from our mistakes and ask the right questions, because we have the right questions, and then we also have like the more in-depth questions that you can ask.
Right.
Yeah.
And are some of these questions going to be answered either on the documentary and as well at the campground as well? 'Cause I think you said you were doing a RV live camp, so all these kind of questions will be answered. Okay.
Absolutely. We're doing an RV demo at Urban Camp Weekend where people who are interested in purchasing an RV can kind of like ask us up front, our opinion on different things. We're not experts in like different RVs and things like that, but we have, like I said, learned a lot, and we feel like we're in the position to be able to help people ask the right questions for their particular lifestyle and what they're looking to do.
Be like, whatever you do, don't get one from these motherfuckers.
That's exactly
2022 is bullshit. Don't get a 2022 from this,
bruh.
But I can say that shows that y'all really passionate about what y'all doing. Because me,
I would have gave up.
I'd have been back in Delaware. Like, man, it ain't work.
Right.
I'm back, man.
I don't go back. I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn as hell. We're gonna do this, and we know our families are like not waiting for us to fail, but waiting for us to be like, okay, enough is enough, and we haven't been there at one point.
Right.
Well, that's another good motivation. Like proving the family wrong is always
right.
Always.
I'll wake up off of that.
Yeah.
Right.
But the fact that she said it wasn't even a thought, like, yeah, we ain't giving up. That's even just as well, because because you went through a lot of trials and tribulations already.
Right. That's
like, and you still don't have that
about what they're
thought
doing.
about.
Yeah.
I think we should have probably tap out.
Wait, have y'all had
I can't
that?
even think what else we would be doing. Like,
that's
this
what
is literally it.
So y'all never came across that thought, like had that thought in your head, like, yo, what the fuck are we doing?
No, it's more been like, can we get a break? You know what I mean? It's more been like those moments where we kind of like relapsed a little bit and we cried a little bit, but and then we just went to figure out a new plan. That's my thing. Like, as long as we can get back on our feet and try to figure out a new plan, go back to the drawing board, that's what we're going to do. As long as we're breathing, we can always figure out a new plan.
I mean, I guess it would be the same thing if y'all was stationed somewhere, like in a house somewhere. I mean,
and that's what we say too.
Yeah,
we would have to fix shit in a house that we live in and things like that.
That's
so different types of challenges.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. They're not challenges; they're opportunities.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because you're definitely gonna learn from these.
And we know reality TV loves the struggle. You know what I mean? Reality TV loves the struggle, so they're going to be getting a lot of struggle porn out of this.
Struggle porn. Okay, that's a new new category.
Let me look that up on Pornhub. Struggle porn.
Is that a thing?
It should be a category.
Jesus.
I think we found our OnlyFans net, Chunny.
I know.
Oh, they sure is sweating. Like, it must be struggling out there.
Yes.
I'm glad I ran into the struggle porn.
Them ladies ain't got a pedicure in 3 weeks. Struggling. Look at them feet. I like the struggle porn.
I mean, I'm sure
it is a niche.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame.
The people that love struggle porn to watch is they struggling. Like they's on a whole other level of struggle.
Yeah, they could be struggling, but
it could be doing
other people struggle.
They need to see it. Yeah, maybe
you watch other people struggle.
Yeah. Like I don't got it like that.
It ain't that bad. Yeah.
I was just trying to look for toilet paper at the grocery store.
Exactly.
They only got tires for the RV.
Right.
We're trying to be your inspiration. That's all.
Yeah, I like it.
Now being I guess a beer podcast, like you said, you may stop at breweries and wineries and things like that. Like how many breweries have you stopped at so far?
We actually haven't stopped at any so far. We've been getting listings. Yeah, we've been working on getting listings, and then of course setting up, because our thing is we don't like to just pop up. We want to make sure that we can connect with the owners. We want to make sure we can do an interview, things like that.
We
so
just stopped at a distillery in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, we did. My fault about that. Yeah, we did. We did stop at one.
We got a distillery in Delaware. Yep, black owned distillery in Delaware.
Listen, hook us up.
What? Y'all passed us already. You trying to circle back?
We ain't done. did.
That's not the way you said it at the beginning. That's not the way you said it.
Now they want to spin the block.
No, I have family in Delaware for sure. But yeah, everything in due time. You know, we was pressed to get down south, and we had to get there.
Oh yeah, we definitely understand, but we just gonna never stop teasing y'all
until we come through.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, even after you come,
right.
came remember when you didn't want to come? That's what.
But there's a lot of you can find some black breweries too. So I mean, when y'all go out to these places, check for black breweries.
Oh, that's all we check for. Black and Latina owned. Okay. That's it. So yeah, the spaces and destinations we cover, it's not just like, oh, is it safe for black people? It has to be owned by blacks or Latinas, and that's it. That's it. So
yeah, so this is a modern day green book. This is with an RV twist to it. But the green book was for traveling people of color. So there you go.
It listed hotels and restaurants and things like that. Absolutely. I think and it's still in existence today though. They actually do have the modern day green book. So I don't want to take any of that shine, of course, because all due respect, that is what it is. That was there for us early on. But yeah, we're trying to add on to that.
Yeah, I like it. I like that a lot.
Yeah, because there are different places that people would travel if they have an RV than they would if you were just traveling, going to a hotel and stuff like that. So it's definitely a different.
True. That's true.
Yeah, and our focus is outdoor experiences at that, things that you can do outdoors. And that's how the festivals and events kind of fall in that category as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got festivals. No, I'm just joking.
I do know that Delaware has festivals, right? Yeah.
Yes, we know. I
know. We got those. They've been going on for a while too.
A long time, man. I was actually at a festival that Delaware's been having for 101 years. Y'all ever heard of that? It was 101 years. It's the Delaware Flower Market.
See?
Oh, nice. Something to put down.
No.
So when do you?
No, not for what y'all. Not for the RV community and cannabis survivors and stuff like that.
Well, again, tourism and things like that. So that all falls under.
Yeah, that's true. If you were in Delaware this weekend, it would have been nice to stop through.
Right.
But y'all weren't, so you know.
So when again? So yeah, I guess the urban camp weekend. That's in June. So that's when you're going to start your trek to Texas, correct?
Or June 11th.
I'm not
June
sure
11th,
how long
we get
it takes
on the road.
How long is how many miles is that, or how long do you think it takes?
We're planning on 4 days on the road before we get there.
Yo, what kind of truck is this that you guys got, and how many miles is on it right now? I need to know.
Yeah, no, we're in
South Florida.
Yeah, but we plan the trip out for 8-hour drives. We drive for 8 hours, and then we know what destination we're stopping. We're stopping before it gets dark. So we did that. We mapped that out for 4 days.
Okay.
Plus some wiggle rooming for any mishaps that we plan on happening.
Exactly.
Yes. At this point, it's a plan.
Yes.
Right. That's that bonus content. That's the bonus content that goes on the.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Right.
Is the what up? So I want to talk about the documentary. When is it a documentary or a docuseries?
Docuseries.
So is it? Are you guys producing it yourselves, or are you guys looking for network now? Like, what's going on with that?
So it's a collaborative effort. We are heavily involved in the production of it, but we do have an outsource who's doing the finishing touches and all of that. Nice. Yeah, I have to have my hands in everything. That's just how it goes. We're hoping for that to come out towards the end of the summer. We did have to keep pushing back the deadline on that for a number of reasons, which you'll see in the docuseries as well. But yeah, it's definitely coming. We want to be able to get our first piece of content out as well. As far as the whole RV life situation goes, breakdowns on, how to hook up your RV, how to tow it, the septic system, which we know lots of people are afraid of. That's a big one that I hear. I definitely want to do RV life, but but I'm not down with the septic shit.
Yeah, I ain't thinking about no shit.
That'd be like that. you gotta be like the tour bus guys. They be like, no shitting on the bus, son. So you gotta do the same thing. Right?
No, that was one of my friend's rules. That's what she said to me. She was like, yeah, when we're traveling, we have a rule, like you guys can only shit at rest stops. I'm like, but what if there's an emergency? Like you can't stop that.
Hey,
like
listen.
Yeah, you can.
Some damn diapers.
Some of them rest stops be like 150 miles to the next rest stop.
Man, not this woods right here, boys. Over to the side.
Yeah, for sure.
At least you ain't gotta wipe your ass with a leaf. I got toilet paper. Here you go.
Yeah, it's a lot to figure out. But like I said, there's a lot of commodities that we had to give up to be able to boondock and do all of that. And yeah, we figured out a way to prolong our tank even. You know, there's different things you can do.
Yeah.
Prolong your tank.
Yes.
What tank?
To not have to empty it out as often.
Yeah, not just the septic, but the gray water as well. You know, there's certain things like that we implement, like if we're washing dishes or something like that. You know, non-food related.
So the toilet has its own tank that it goes to, and then your sink and shower have a separate tank. That's the gray water.
Right. I heard if you just jab a hole in it and just let that shit leak while you drive and you good.
Oh no, that would be so horrible. And you can't even dump anywhere. Like you can't just dump your gray water anywhere. So gray water is like from washing dishes, showers, things like that. The black water, the black tank is, you know, sewage. You can't just dump anywhere. You have to dump at a dumping station or, you know, let your tank get full. But we do things like washing dishes outside. Like and I love doing it. I never thought I would, but it's cool. Like it's a different experience to be in the sun and hearing birds chirping and you're just washing your dishes. I know.
I'll be in my house. I'll be in my house. I'll open the window and I'll be like,
doesn't that mean your gray water's on the ground?
Right. So again, yeah, but it's not the gray water. So the gray water that's more natural. Toxic. Exactly. The gray water that's toxic is the gray water that sits in your tank with the dishwater, the shower water, and all of that. When you're literally, it's no different than rinsing your stuff off outside. Okay. You know what I mean?
So wash it. Gray water, rinsing your dishes outside is fine, but gray water that's actually in the container and fermenting, so to speak. Is the
fermented?
Exactly.
Get the big word in there.
Yeah.
But that's what's the actual poison and needs to be disposed of properly. Gotcha.
Exactly. Because that bacteria growth that occurs in the tank.
Yeah, just imagine if your sink when you wash your shit in your house, if it didn't have nowhere to go. Yeah, that should stink.
Yeah.
So are these dumping stations like periodically or throughout the? Like how do you find a dumping station?
like a charging station for
a lot of truck stops will have dumping stations.
Oh, okay.
So,
now is there like an attendant there that dumps for you?
No.
Or you just dump on your own?
Up and dump.
Yeah, we do it on our own.
Literally dump.
It's literally just a hose you connect and then you pull a lever and it just empties.
It's not as gross as people make it seem. You know,
it has to be.
That sounds gross.
It really,
that part right there sounds fucking gross.
You don't have to touch the shit. You know, you literally hook up a tube. You don't, and it's very quick. It's easy. We're fine with it. I don't know that I would be fine dumping somebody else's shit, but I'm fine dumping my own.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you was also fine getting in a plane with a stranger, so I mean, we gotta
we do a lot of things out here, friend.
No, life throws you curveballs.
Yeah.
You just gotta go with it.
Bring it back.
She with the shits. She with the shit.
Literally. Both of y'all is.
All right.
Yeah. On that note.
Wait,
okay. Do you guys have anything else that you guys want to?
Before we go,
go ahead.
I didn't. Nobody asked. How did y'all two meet?
I was in the bio, so I felt like I knew it because I read the bio. But
but we don't.
Was it in there?
Yeah, it is because it's like Washington D.C., right?
She's an event promoter. I was in D.C. She was in Philly, so I just started following her on Instagram.
You stalked
her. Decided to hit her up one day. Was like, hey, I'm gonna be in Philly. If there's any event.
She was not gonna be in Philly. She was coming to Philly to see you.
As soon as Fame said, "Oh, you will be," she said, "Yes, I will." Right now, I will.
No, it's funny. She was coming through, and I get DMs, and I don't take, I connect with people, and I don't really take it seriously. So, I really wasn't sure how deep this was for her, So when she came to Philly, I seen her message late, but I didn't end up connecting with her, and instead I ended up driving out to DC once things got a little bit more serious. But Rachele was dope. She hit me up. She was, told me she appreciated, the things that we were doing in the community, and she loved how we executed, and she was just very encouraging, and from there she buttered me up a little bit, and I love flattery.
Encouragement is always a good interview.
So yeah, I went up, I took a trip to DC, and we never looked back. COVID hit right after that, and we ended up really spending the next the whole summer really together. So our relationship got serious pretty fast due to COVID, which is cool. And we've been together 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, we just hit 3 years.
Yeah.
You'll know because COVID started.
Exactly. It was literally 2020.
Yeah.
When I hit her up.
You'll never have to worry about when y'all's anniversary
Losing
was.
track. Right.
Yeah. Right.
January 2020. Yo, you was like, I'm coming to Philly. All right. She said, I'm going for mine. Shoot the shot. Hey.
But one thing I always look for in a partnership, of course, is that we can complement each other in different ways. And, she loves growing cannabis and I love smoking it. So I was like, boom.
That's balance. That's balance. Balance right there.
Nah, and she just has such a huge love for like community building, and I'm passionate about that as well. So that was something that that stood out just through social media, and I really admired that. We just, like she said, we complement each other.
I like that for y'all.
Yeah, a good team for sure. And then y'all be cooped up in the truck and the RV since November, so y'all.
Definitely puts relationships to the test.
Yeah, damn right.
That's just like that's just like back in COVID. Y'all back in y'all quarantine.
Right, back in COVID. That's true, because I was living in a tiny studio in DC too, and that's where we were staying.
Now y'all doing the same.
When we get mad at each other, I go momentarily to the bunk bed. Sometimes I just go to the bunk bed, and I talk my shit from across the room.
Like, I just hear you. I can hear you. You ain't walked far enough away. Why don't you get out the RV?
Oh man,
that's crazy. She mad going to the bunk bed.
Yep, that's how you know I'm through. Yep. I'm going to the bunk bed. Nah, but the RV, we knew it would force us to go outside more anyway. We are trying to chase the weather. So in most situations, we don't have to be cooped up. We make sure we have our little lawn chairs set up. We bring our plants everywhere we go, and we make it a scene outside. Because the whole goal is to get outside. We don't want to be in the trailer anyway. So.
Exactly.
That's true. That makes sense.
Y'all gotta get to the north and the Midwest now. And then when it's starting to get warmer.
I was thinking about that. Yeah,
we're out.
Y'all got these warm spots already on your list. They always warm. They'll be there.
Delaware definitely gets cold. Yes.
Yeah.
The temperature in Philly is kind of like that in Delaware because they're close.
I figured that.
Yeah, they're real close, like next door to each other.
Drivable distances.
Right.
Like you gotta go through there to get all those other places that you went.
She said, "We drove through there real fast."
We ain't stopped one time.
Not one time. No, we got plenty of gas to get through.
We were late getting on the road. We were so late. We're like, we have to drive through.
That's crazy though. She said they drove an hour and we were already in Delaware.
Out of Delaware though.
Wait, were we in Delaware?
Out of there.
The Walmart that we stayed in was right in Delaware because we just drove out of Jersey into Delaware.
There you go. There we go. We visited Delaware.
But it wasn't. We weren't able to visit any.
But see, Rachele, you should have started. You should have just said yes when we wouldn't even half the jokes that we
I didn't want to
wouldn't
tell
even
you, like,
came.
yeah, we stayed at Walmart in Delaware. We're not trying to highlight the Walmarts.
Maybe.
I get it.
That might be a new revenue stream for them and you. They'd be like, you know what? If y'all continually market our stops, our parking lots as stops for RVs, it might be hooking you
right.
up.
Even if they can hook you up with blankets or some shit, I don't know. Yeah.
Nah, low key, Walmart could have been a partnership. Actually, we turned it down for various reasons. So yeah, they could have been a client.
Sucks for y'all, Walmart.
Right.
Change your ways, bro.
We're big on social responsibility and things like that, and we do pay attention to different brands and right, we pay attention to brands and where they donate, to different campaigns they donate to and things like that. So not to get political or anything like that, but they was donating to the wrong campaigns. So we're not interested.
Understood. Say no more.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any more questions for Fame and Michelle?
If you guys are ever looking for like any road entertainment, or we have 205 episodes and counting, so we can take an application and see if we're diverse enough to be included in you guys' Destination Elevated.
Absolutely. No, we would love to. We love to highlight you guys.
Anytime somebody's listening to on the road listening, podcast number 1 right here.
That's true. That's something that a lot of people do. They throw on a podcast while they're taking road trips and stuff like that, for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Easy to be recommended.
And y'all gonna be like, oh, they took it easy on us.
No, I mean, like, these are mugs that gave us a hard time, actually. It was very entertaining. It was all love. You're not family.
Like, they really love Delaware. They really love Delaware. Like, I don't get it.
That's right. Exactly. It's all love.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, we want to thank Fame and Michelle for coming on Destination Elevated. Before we go, we always
appreciate you guys.
Before we go, we always like to know how people can find you, follow your story, help out if they want to donate, all that good stuff. How can they reach out and help push the story forward?
Absolutely. So if you guys go to Destination Elevated Travel, I know it's long.com. This is where you can find us and connect with us on all of the social networks, literally. We also have a donation campaign open right now, where again, we're getting funding to be able to visit different Black and Latino owned destinations. We also have a podcast link up, which hasn't launched yet, but definitely follow ahead of time for when we do launch, and join our email subscriber list. That's a definite way to keep up to date on everything that we have going on.
What's the name of the podcast? I was just curious.
Destination Elevated.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Yep.
Oh, that's easy.
Why stray? Why stray?
Yeah, for sure.
Streamline it all.
You could change that long.com to DE.
Delaware. We're gonna have to do a whole Delaware trip special.
Seriously. In honor of Bruising Banter.
Yes.
Rachele, did you have anything else to that? Or
no, she pretty much summed it up.
Okay, word.
All right, Lou.
Oh man, my name is Lou Belgium. I buy them Instagrams. Follow me.
You buy them?
I like to mess it up as much as I can. My name is Lou Belgium. I'm on them Instagrams.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yo.
My name is. What's my name?
Nope.
You can find me on IG at IL302YODA. That's it. I have nothing else.
You can find Bruising Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Bruising Banter Podcast. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can even say, Alexa, play Bruising Banter Podcast, because we're on Amazon Music and Pandora too, for all you people who still listen to Pandora. I don't know. But it's on there, as well as iHeartRadio.
You just crushed Pandora.
Pandora will never give us a sponsorship the way
never,
you talk about
ever.
them.
I will start listening again.
It's too late.
You can also go to www.bruisingbanter.com if you want to go and get merch like this, like I got on, bang, bang. Right there it is. Like he got on as well. Remember
My name's
to like and subscribe, download, all that stuff. Follow, tell your friends about us. If you want to follow me, Rob G, Rob Stay Bruising, bing, 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 Master of Pod, there he is. This has been another episode. Once again, I want to thank Destination Elevated.
I'm here making noises.
Yes. Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
Until next time.
Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Have a good week, everyone.
Man, you got that on blast.
I'm not where I wanna be, but I think
That's because y'all was talking shit.